Going back to before the 2025 college season, the media was raving about Arch Manning, declaring him the best QB in college football and saying he was simply the #1 QB prospect for the 2026 draft. That was insanity to me, simply for the fact that the guy played a few games, never had a full season of college football. Then the 2026 season happened and that hype died down, but he was still seen as a high-level prospect. But the film and data tell a very different story. In fact, what people are saying Arch Manning is good at, he really isn't good at, but bad at. And that's what we will be going into today. The first big issue in Arch Manning's game that people are saying he's really good at but isn't is his deep ball accuracy and his arm strength. His arm strength is a bit overvalued as it's being made out to be, in particular his deep ball. When he throws over the middle, you definitely see the zip, that's for sure. But with his deep ball, it's really push it to say that it's anywhere near elite. It's just pretty average. The more concerning thing to me is his deep ball accuracy because it's pretty atrocious, and the film is the best way to see that. Here's a critical situation with it being third down. Georgia's running cover 1 man to man. Arch motions the wide receiver to come in, and he gets the snap and looks to the middle. He looks there to hold the safety and then looks to the right for the one-on-one opportunity. It's going to be crystal clear this is open and Arch has a bit of room to work with as well, but it does need to be placed near the sideline with the safety coming over. And he does do that, but he overshoots it. With being down by 18 points in the fourth quarter, you have to be hitting that. Same thing here against Texas A&M. Texas A&M will be running cover 3 on third down. Manning will get the snap, look to the middle at the safety, and then to the left and see a big time throw opportunity. This is really the only place to go with the ball as well, as everything else is pretty locked up besides his whip route, which won't be open till after he throws. So we have established the go is open. What happens next? Well, he launches this with another clean pocket as well, and it is incomplete, but it is much worse than it appears from this angle. You see where the wide receiver is, the leverage he has, and that he is open. You also see where the center safety is, and you would think this ball would go over here, but it comes right here and hangs though, forcing the wide receiver to slow down significantly, and he loses all separation that he had. And this also allows the center safety to come over and have a shot to pick it off. He should have placed his ball more towards the sideline and placed more juice on it as well, which he may or may not have the arm strength to do that. I think he does. The truth is, despite what many people are saying, Arch Manning just doesn't have a good deep ball. Maybe he does have the arm strength to hit it, but he clearly has a lot of work to do as of right now to hit them consistently. Later on in the Georgia game, it will be first down and Georgia will be running cover 2 man to man. With the snap, it moves to cover 1 man to man, a prime opportunity to attack the outside. Manning will again look to the middle and then to the left. He sees the outside opportunity that doesn't look open, it will be open later if the wide receiver gets separation. And so Manning throws with having no pressure whatsoever, and he overthrows it, and it is inaccurate. It's not even giving the wide receiver a chance, where this should be placed over the top and to the left of the wide receiver. Here's another critical situation in the fourth quarter. The coverage will be cover 0 and it's third down. So Manning knows the heat will be coming. He gets the ball and looks to the left, and with a quick glance to the middle and then back to the left. He gets the back of his drop back and waits for the wide receiver to make a move. Also, as he's waiting, he does have a blitzer coming unblocked, but he is able to get the ball off without any interference. And the ball comes in short kind of, as it forces the wide receiver to try to come back for the ball, but is too far for him to get it. I understand he has pressure barreling towards him and he has to wait for his wide receiver to make his move on the outside. It is certainly a tough anticipation throw, but it's a gotta have it in crunch time. This is something he has to improve on. Now, poor deep ball accuracy is not the only thing Arch Manning struggles with, and it's something that people say he's actually good at. The other thing people say he's good at is processing and decision making. It's not that he can't read the field necessarily, it's that he misses or chooses not to take explosive opportunities. This is a critical aspect to being an elite QB, at least one that is the next guy and the #1 overall pick. It's why I also feel he's very Alex Smith-like. He is ultra conservative at times, but Arch Manning does not protect the ball as well as a conservative Alex Smith quarterback would. A fascinating way to examine just how conservative he is, but at the same time not good with protecting the ball, is by comparing Arch Manning to other good quarterbacks who've come out over the past few years. In 2025, Arch Manning had a 4.3% big time throw rate and a 3.6% turnover worthy play rate. This is not good whatsoever for a #1 overall pick or being the next Manning. To compare it to other quarterbacks, we see it is by far not good, with the closest QBs to Arch Manning in terms of the ratio of big time throw to turn over early plays is Bryce Young and Cam Ward, but they are still noticeably better at making more big time throws without making more mistakes than Arch Manning is. For Arch Manning to have a lower big time throw rate, he needs to drastically make fewer poor decisions with the ball. Like for example, Bo Nix and Tyler Shuck did not technically have a lot of big time throws in college, but they were super good at protecting the ball. And still, his numbers are nowhere near as good as some of the uprising young quarterbacks in the NFL currently. The difference is so extreme if you look at the 2024 draft class in particular. I feel the best way to show you guys this is the film though. This is in the third quarter at the top, and it is second down. At first it looks like Georgia's running cover 6, but with the motion it becomes cover 3. Manning, after getting the snap, fakes the handoff and pretends to roll right while looking to the middle and the left. He doesn't see the wide receiver open, and then he scoots left to buy time from the edge rusher as he also looks left. He has two choices. He sees his wide receiver running full speed upfield, but he also has the running back open for the check down. One might think that's the right choice, but it's not. See, when you're facing zone coverage and you have a stationary defender sitting in a zone, any wide receiver running full speed will blow past him even if the defender is in position to run with. And what we also see is this receiver pulling the safety with him, and that requires the safety to have to flip his hips to go back there, giving plenty of room for Manning to rip this ball out to him. This is what great quarterbacks identify, and Manning is just nowhere near that level right now, and that's okay. Here's another situation where there are a few opportunities where Manning could have made some explosive throws. Kentucky will be running cover 3. Manning will get the snap and look to the left to the post first. This obviously will not be open right away, so you have to wait or check back to it. That Manning does not do, as he goes to the second read and then over to the middle and leaves the pocket. Wrong move. There is no incoming pressure or need to leave the pocket. He, based on the play design, needs to stay in the pocket. However, now that he has left the pocket, he has another vertical throw to be made, and it's open. So what Manning can do here is throw the ball up to him, to either guy actually. As long as he doesn't underthrow this, he'll be perfectly fine, and instead he throws it away. Yes, there is a guy in his face, but he still had some time to make this happen. It requires quick decision making. The context is it is in the fourth quarter with being second down and 2:56 left in the game. Georgia will be running cover 6, and it moves off of that to like a bracket like coverage. This is key, as it will be what opens a touchdown throw with the defenders trying to keep everything in front of them. Manning will be looking left the entire time from the snap as well. The moment the wide receiver is about to pass here, it is open to throw. Manning also at this point has plenty of time. The rushers are starting to get free, but that doesn't mean he can't throw this ball. It is a very difficult throw to make, yes, but this is what elite quarterbacks identify and attack, especially in this situation and time. Great quarterbacks are itching for throws like these. This play is not a big time throw opportunity, but it is a conservative decision given the other available options. Kentucky will be running cover 3. Manning will fake the handoff and roll right. He has a defender pursuing him, but he also has two options to throw to. One is the tight end who is wide open, and other is the wide receiver running here. This is what will get the first down, and it is open. It's not a risky throw unless you throw it far behind, plus the corner stumbles as well. It is a small detail, but it had heavy implications. It also doesn't help that Texas called a QB run play on 3rd and 8 on the next play. To briefly clarify as well, this is what I saw as a major problem in this film. I would not bring it up if I didn't see it as a problem or if it was not a constant thing that I saw. I have no interest, no matter who it is, in saying something that the data or the film does not speak as well. The biggest thing to remember is this is year 1 for Arch Manning, not year 3 or year 4. While yes, I think it's completely ridiculous that he was considered #1 overall for consecutive years if he came out in 2026 or will be in 2027, it's equally important to remember that he could be that level in 2 years. Right now, he isn't there yet. He's a pretty average college quarterback. And there's also so much more to Arch Manning's game. This is not a complete breakdown of who he is as a player or what his game is. I will add the one noticeably great thing that he is good at that I feel people are neglecting is he's exceptional in the middle of the field. He's elite in this regard, and it's only year 1. What about another quarterback prospect that was supposed to come out this year but was blocked from doing so? Brendan Sorsby is potentially the next Josh Allen or maybe Lamar style QB. Style, I say. And I say that because they played in similar offensive schemes. Check out that video here or my Brian Flores wrecking opposing QBs video there.